What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great Friday night. We're here. It's a little after 9 o'clock, and, well, of course, on this special day, it is you, the fan. It is your day here on Friday, taking all of your questions, anything that is on your mind, and, of course, we just got that schedule released yesterday, so we'll be taking a gander at that too, but I appreciate each and every one of you taking the time, whether you're watching this live right now or you're watching this later. Cannot thank you enough for taking the time. Hope you have enjoyed the content. Look, I will be putting out an entire breakdown week by week of this schedule. I'll be doing things for that defense we've talked about. All kinds of stuff will be coming out, but a lot of birthdays, anniversaries, Mother's Day tomorrow. A happy Mother's Day to all of you ladies out there. And I don't know if we're supposed to do that thing where to all you fathers who play both roles, happy Father's Day or mothers to you. I don't know how that works, but don't want to upset anyone. So happy Mother's Day to you all. Hope you're all doing well, though. Hope you're having a great weekend. And look, I'll get that stuff out to you, but it's gonna be rough these next couple of days here. But look, I appreciate all of you, and anything on your mind, let's get it. Appreciate you, dude. Justin, my man. Look, this is your night. So I'll provide whatever information you want to pry out of my head. So whatever's on your mind, let me hear it. We've talked about the cap space. We've talked about every single thing I could possibly keep you up to date with the roster. And I've already looked at, the cap. It's like, look, with Dan Arnold and a couple of the rookies, it's really not going to move much. But just to keep you up to date, maybe I'll make another show on that. But trying to do my best to give you all that information I know you all desperately desire. So appreciate you tuning in, my man Twisted. Let's go. My man, hope you're having a great weekend. And the same goes to you, Anthony. Let's effing get it. Indeed, my dude. So let me hear your minds, ladies and gentlemen. What do you guys think about this schedule? Are you guys, feeling good, bad? What's your record prediction? I know there's a tough stretch there. So hey, yo, do not like to hear that, my man. Really sorry to hear that. And I hope that he, whatever's going on there, hope that he's all right. And things are definitely on the mend. I know that situation. So reach out if you need, man, whatever's going on there. I definitely hope that things are well there. But I hope I can do whatever I possibly can to try to cheer you up, my man. But anything on your mind, let me hear it, too. But all the prayers, best wishes, and good vibes going out to your father. Definitely. Man, hate to hear that. But appreciate you, William. Thank you for tuning in, my dude. Doing well. Me and the family here, ready to enjoy Mother's Day. Hope you and your family are also doing well out there. Now, yesterday we went over this. We talked about this schedule. So we're going to take a look here, and I want to hear what you guys think about it. And look, I know that, tough stretch, this, that, the other thing. Look, regardless of what these teams, look like right now, we don't know what they're going to look like that week. We have, obviously, that 5-game stretch, which everybody, and rightfully so, wants to be upset about. But look, to me, it's the NFL. Teams are going to be good. And sure, there's some of the top teams we play right there. But I think for me, coming out of the bye, revenge on our minds. The Chiefs, that should be a fun one. The Bills, Niners. I think we can handle any of these teams on the schedule. And, I can make a case for each one of these games that we could win. And, I think, honestly, we talked about it, I'm not going lower than 14 this year. I think we could be a 15-win team. And I said it yesterday. Hell, if this team comes out swinging and this defense really starts looking how I feel it will, hey, maybe we're the first team to go ahead and go undefeated for the entire season and pull off a Super Bowl. I'm all about it. So we'll see. We'll see. But appreciate you tuning in as well, Liz. Hope you're having a great weekend here. And these Fan Fridays I always enjoy tuning in here. It's a Friday night, and this is how I party now at this age. And look, I know a lot of you guys getting off work, whatever you're up to. Some of you guys can't catch this live or are watching later. Always appreciate your comments, but it's always a special time to come together and go over all the craziness that has happened, right? And we finally got to hear from Sean Desai, and I've been doing my best to get people on board. Like, I know it is going to look like Cannon's defense, but I promise you it will be better. I will be making the graphics to show you it's going to be a lot of the same multiple schemes and things that they're good. It's a good thing. And if you make the right adjustments and you're aggressive in the right areas, I think that things will be just all right for this team. And I think that this team will be even better this year. And without that sloppy field, we lost. We did. But I think we would have destroyed the Chiefs if the field were dry. That's just my opinion. But it is what it is. But 12 wins on the floor and a feet is the ceiling. Hey, dude. And I think that, look, and we talked about Buda Baker, Patrick Queen, a lot of guys that, we've, obviously gone over. But for me, the linebackers, you've got Morrow and Dean here. And Dean obviously was drafted to be the future. Morrow brought in free agency here this offseason right here. So I think they're higher on him than a lot of the fans are. And that's all. Like, I like Morrow, and I think, he's decent enough to play what they're trying to do here. Safety, he's got defensive back work. He can cover people. I think for me, though, Nolan Smith is going to not only be a Sam linebacker, but also someone that can help as a will. So he can play off ball. He can be that edge rusher. I think he's going to learn all over the place, and I think he's a weapon. So I feel a little bit more comfortable about linebacker than I think most people. It's not to say that I wouldn't be against Patrick Queen or Devin White. I know a lot of people like Queen would be a lot cheaper, and I think would be the route I would try to go. I saw something about the Ravens are trying to extend him, though, but they just paid Roquan Smith. We'll see, exactly what they would want to do there. But, and then you go to safety. I think for me, you look at that room, you just drop Sasha because you've got so many defensive backs. And I know people feel that we don't have much. And you know what, Justin? For you, let's go find these graphics here. I got something on my damn nose. It keeps itching me. I'm sorry. But you know what? Look here, what I mean now by safety, you see Sidney Brown. You guys know I wanted us to desperately draft this kid. Big fan of his. And, look, to me, it's what we're doing here. And it's best player available for them, but he was a perfect fit, right? So Reed Blankenship, Terrell Edmonds, and I think you're going to see even a lot of sets where you have these three safeties in at the top there. Now, Kayvon Wallace, Justin Evans brought in. I think that's actually a pretty decent room. I know Sidney Brown isn't going to be great off the bat, but I think he really will be someone the way he's used. I don't think he's going to come in and be like this super starter off the bat. They're going to share time. And I think, all three of them can provide something. And I'm really excited about what they can. So to me, I'm not as worried. And then you've got the cornerbacks. There's some very versatile pieces we've got in there that can play safety as well. So if they make the team, some of these depth guys, it's probably due to the fact that they can play some safety as well. Josh Job did last year. Josiah Scott was here, but you brought in Greedy Williams, so he'll probably get a spot at corner. So these other guys, who wants to make the roster as, possibly that just defensive back guy. So maybe a Mekhi Garner's move there. Kaylee Ringo is somebody that I think could definitely be used in both roles. So to me, you don't have to make a trade, but you asked the question and you wanted to know. So I think if they were going to do that, that is where they could go. But I've also mentioned before, Cordero Patterson. I know that sounds wild, but it could be cheap and it would give you a kick returner. We have a punt returner. Give me a kick returner. So that's just one I threw out there, but I don't think you have to do any of these things. Bringing in a punter, huge. I needed that competition. Legatron here, hopefully going to win the job over Sipos if he does the better job, that is. But, looking at the kick returner, it's like, okay, Covey, I feel to me did a lot better than people feel. He's one of the top guys in the league, but we just didn't block for him enough. And to me, I think that he's all right back there. But if you go ahead and get somebody that's an actual kick returner, then I feel very comfortable, because then you have situational punt returners where it's like, okay, we need somebody that's a home run hitter. Put Devontae Smith back there. I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? It's like, now a little more risk injury there when you're going back on returns. But I think if you're looking for a playmaker, we've got those guys. But so we don't have to make any kind of trades. But Howie, man, I think that he could definitely go out there. If Buda Baker wants to come win a championship, safety is a very important position. And as much as I like those three guys there, I think that you could definitely go out and acquire someone like Buda. And oh my God, like that would be quite the room. So that would probably be my top option if I had to choose there. But it's a great question, and you had my head spinning there. And that's what this show is all about. So appreciate you, Justin, my man. Schedule's a schedule. Who cares? The fans actually care. I know I care about who they play. I actually talk about it every single week. I like knowing their players. I'm not one of those people that just says that, like, I don't care about anything. I mean, I do. I care about everything Eagles. I want to know which games I'm going to, which ones are home games, where we play. I guess I'm just obsessed with the Philadelphia Eagles. I know that's not for everyone, but for the diehards, I am obsessed. So I'm sorry that you do not care about the schedule, but just for you, yo, my man, let's go. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great weekend here, but let's go ahead and show that schedule one more time up here. And look, to me, starting off playing the Patriots, and then 4 days later, you get a game. Like, you son of a, like, we win the NFC Championship. We get the shortest offseason here, but yet you get, okay. But then you get the 10 days there. And, well, actually, it's like 11 because you got Monday Night Football, another primetime game with the Bucs. So intriguing, but I think, honestly, you can steamroll those first 5 teams. And the Vikings, maybe they can put up a fight, but we can shut down Justin Jefferson just like we did last year at the Link. And those next games, they will definitely be more difficult when you talk about the Jets, Dolphins. Clearly, the Commanders in round 2, whatever goes down there, divisional matchups always going to be tough. But the Cowboys, for me, I really think that, we're better than them. And, they beat us with Gardner Minshew. That's cool. And look, Dak Prescott's record, this, that, I don't care. I think coming into our house for the first game, I think we're going to beat their ass. And then we get a bye. Then you got that stretch. And look, if you lose 1 or 2 in there, totally understandable. But I think we can beat all those teams. And, finishing up the season with the Giants at home on Christmas. Then you get a second Christmas the next week. Jonathan Gannon coming back to get his ass whooped. And then finishing it up, going to New York against the Giants again. So, to me, like we had mentioned earlier, whoever said it, being undefeated, echoing what I'd said yesterday, I really think this team is capable of doing very special things, but it's the NFL. And any given Sunday, and divisional matchups, all these things, you could definitely lose a couple of games in there. But I think, honestly, my opinion, I think we could be a 15-win team, and that's just how I feel about it. And we talked about 14 last year, and we talked about going to the Super Bowl. We did that. Now let's just go ahead and win the effing thing this time. But 100% better. Yeah, man, I'll be ready when the Eagles come around. I'll be always does a move. Yeah, man, that's Howie, man. He is a nut job, and we're always grateful of that because keeps me on the edge of my seat always. What's he doing? What's he up to? But oh man. Michael Clay. I thought, he's decent, but a lot of the players were not blocking, not doing a lot of the things last year. The punters sucked. I thought, it was a team effort there for sure in that area. Only Thursday night game this week too. Yeah, I don't like the fact that it's a few days right after the game we just started the season because everyone is going to still be rusty week 1. Now, yeah, the preseason, you should be ready to go. I'm just saying, it's week 1. Your body, no one can really get ready for that game until you're playing that game. So we'll see, man. But regardless, we go to New England, so we play away, even though we were the NFC champs. Okay, but we go and it's Tom Brady's ceremony, dude. That is hilarious to me because Brandon Graham's still here. You send him after Mac Jones. Let's get a strip sack going. Let's get Nick Foles as the honorary captain out there. I think that'd be hilarious. But yeah, I guess that's how we're starting the season off. And then you talk about, playing the Vikings again at home in week 2. That's literally what happened last year. So it's all right. And then the Giants stuff, whatever, man. Very similar to last season. But I think that the Eagles, with them coming into the Link, I know it's a short week, but it's a short week for them too, right? And to me, this team, we're a juggernaut, baby. And you just saw the Vikings actually, maybe you didn't, but Zadarius Smith, they just traded their edge rusher. And I think it was, let me think. The Browns got Zadarius Smith in a 6th and a 7th round pick, and they gave the Vikings 2 5th-rounders. So look at Andrew Berry go over there in Cleveland, the Browns general manager. Of course, another Howie Roseman disciple. We talk about Joe Douglas with the Jets, and that's just Howie, man. He is He's the man. And he obviously is very good at teaching others, what they need to know to be successful themselves. And well, they're doing some pretty great things as we speak. So good for them. But the Philadelphia Eagles, we've talked about this. I think to me, I'm not going to change the last couple of months what I've said about the fact that this is a dynasty here, ladies and gentlemen, that is being built. Jalen Hurts is going to be one of the greatest quarterbacks in Eagles history, NFL history. And I think that when we keep building around him as we are, we're only going to get better. And I think this year will be even better. And the offense, the defense, it's just building on those things that we were in year 2 in a lot of those things. Now, Brian Johnson, Sean Desai are going to definitely bring their own flavor to both the offense and defense, but we want a lot of the same thing. Nick Sirianni wants a lot of the same stuff that we were doing last year because we were so successful, made it to the Super Bowl and lost by 3 points because of some very questionable things, but we lost. So it is what it is. But I think we need to come out pissed off and, go get our effing trophy. And I think it's a beautiful thing to start it off with the Patriots in front of Tom Brady. Let them know we are the new dynasty. That's just how I feel. It's destiny. That's what's putting us there in New England week 1. Okay, you want to disrespect us? That's fine. We're still going to go out and throttle each and every one of you. I can't wait to see it. Man. And look, I bet he did because it's hilarious. He's probably troll jobbing him. But to me, this is a perfect opportunity. Not a great team, but, for the defense to gel, they've got a tough run game. We got to see how we are against the run here still. Be able to shut them down. Belichick's going to want to run that damn ball. But Mac Jones, not very afraid of him. Juju Smith-Schuster is now a Patriot. So we're going to go and punch him in the face, make Tom Brady watch his team lose. But at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, he'll probably enjoy it too, just because he's like, hey, they can't win without me. So I don't know, maybe Nick Foles, maybe we bring him with just so we can remind him how that went down when he was last with the Patriots in a Super Bowl. So they can remember their dynasty all they want. I remember finally getting revenge 13 years later after, falling victim to, again, and I know people get upset about this, but, they did cheat. And I know people don't want to talk about that stuff, but hey, they were allowed to do that, and it is their thing, and they were quite a dynasty. Now, the Eagles, they're never going to cheat or help us, so it's always going to be the complete opposite. What we have to do is go out and continue to be the best team we can possibly be, and that is what we're doing the last couple of years here, building on things that, seemed grim year 1, and everyone hated Sirianni and Hurts and Howie, and it was just like, oh, my God. And it's like, have a little patience. Let's see how it pays off. Year 2, we're in the effing Super Bowl. Yeah. So pretty good. We're going to keep building on it, and we're going to trust in these guys, Jalen Hurts. And I think that this team, sky's the limit, man. And I'm hopeful we stay healthy. And with this running attack we have now, added with these wide receivers, I think things are going to be quite interesting. Defensive line and run game, to me, will determine if we make it. I think to me, clearly making them both better is why I feel we will not only make it, but win it. So you add in DeAndre Swift, Rashad Penny, Kenneth Gainwell is still here, clearly. Trey Sermon and Boston Scott there, who wants to win the job. But a lot of competition. I love the running backs here. I think we're going to be able to do more than what we did last year when we were still one of the more dominant run teams, one of the teams that ran the ball more. I question sometimes when we ran the ball, or shall I say lack thereof. Drew, where are you at? Run the damn ball. I got tired of saying that at times, but I think Brian Johnson knows how to protect Jalen Hurts, and a lot of that is running the damn ball. So giving it to the running backs, I think, we've got a stable of backs I'm very excited about. And I think this defensive line, talking about Jordan Davis, Milton Williams, both having their roles extended here, having way bigger roles, having, Fletcher Cox brought back to be the veteran piece, and then drafting Jalen Carter. You also drafted Moro Ajomo. You signed Contavious Street. So the defensive line is pretty stacked interior-wise. And then you look outside. We almost broke the NFL record last year with Hassan Reddick on one side, Josh Sweat on the other, and then backing them up, backing Sweat up, you've got Brandon Graham. Now Derek Barnett will be back from injury, Janarius Robinson. Then you've got on the other side, Hassan Reddick and newly drafted Nolan Smith. And I talked about the fact that I think Nolan Smith will not only be backing up Hassan Reddick and playing some edge rusher. I think he will be playing some will. I think they'll be sending him on blitz. So you'll be seeing them both going after the quarterback. You'll see him covering certain players. I think we're going to use him a lot. So to me, I think that I'm pretty damn comfortable. I think we have the best defensive line in the game, and I think we will break that sack record this year. Jalen Carter being in trouble? No, just some people trying to get some money there. But look, this defensive line, I think when you talk about the versatility of Jalen Carter and what he can bring, from the 1 to the 5 technique. And when I make these graphics, it's going to be fun. And people are still going to lose their minds because I'm going to put people in different places just to show where they can play and why their versatility is so important. And no, that's not the starter. And I'm even going to explain they're not the starter. And I love that. But I'm going to make a ton of graphics for you. For those of you who tuned in last year, you know what I mean. But I'll create all the different schemes that the Eagles will be running, all the different, you've got even fronts, you've got odd fronts where things change. Guys turn into different, now he's a linebacker. Now he's an end. And I know people care about that stuff. And I always try to say, look, I'm simplifying it, or I'm trying to tell you that this guy is actually playing this because it's so much more complicated than, what Madden or a simple label could make it. So when you watch those videos, always know that I'm going to try to explain it to you and make it make sense where, okay, now they're under or they're over. So this guy is technically doing this. And we'll explain all that, man. I will happily break all that stuff down for you. And Sean Desai, it's going to be very similar. So I'm going to add some flavor, obviously, by these new players, too. So moving people around, looking at the versatility of not only the defensive line, the linebackers, the secondary. So I'm pretty damn excited about this defense. I think we can, again, be another top 3 defense. And, I was one of the few people that enjoyed having a good defense last year. And what I didn't enjoy was our defensive coordinator not adjusting in the Super Bowl and pretty much just not having his head in the game. So I will look forward to Week 17 beating their ass. But, to me, Sean Desai, we talked about this, why I wanted us to desperately hire him. Philly dude. And he just not only is an intelligent guy, but he just has that grit and toughness. And he talked about every little thing that we mentioned a couple months ago. And you finally got to hear from him the other day. And I think to me, clearly now people are on board, thank God. But it's like, I think this guy, he's going to win people over, show people you don't have to blitz every play, that this defense really does work. And we're going to break the sack record, be the number 1 pass defense again. And that makes me very excited. I'm all about it. But yeah, man, looking at the schedule, 13-12. Okay, well, yeah, exactly. And to me, I said I'm going to lowest I would go would be 14, but I think we're a 15-win team this year. I really think that, we'll be better than last year. I think hopefully, you want to stay healthy everywhere, but things happen. So maybe you lose some games and this, that, the other thing, but we're definitely winning the NFC East. I think we win the NFC, and I think we win the Super Bowl this year because to me, we're better than every single team. And we talked about that when we played the Chiefs. If that field is dry, we beat them. It's simple. They can't stop our pass rush. There are 2 offensive tackles. Both of them were ranked in the bottom 4 in pass rush win percentage. So they sucked. And we had 70 sacks last season. We're the first team in NFL history with 4 players over 10 plus sacks. So, yeah, there's a reason that field was sloppy, and I don't blame them. But, we're going to get that. We'll make sure this year, we bring our scuba gear into the Super Bowl. We'll make sure whatever they're trying to throw at us, we're ready to go. So, look, man, I'm excited about this season, but whatever happens, you're definitely capable of losing games. I just think that this team's better than last year, and I feel very confident. Broke those down, and I will go through a schedule breakdown where we talk about all of the opponents a little bit more about what they've added, what they've done, all that stuff. But think about Game 7. I think that the refs always are in favor, no matter what sport it's in. They hate Philadelphia. So that's always going to happen, man. That's something I've learned, unfortunately, in my many, many years. But look, I think the Sixers pull it off tomorrow, and they need to. So let's go Sixers. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get rolling out here. And it's been such a long week. But I'm going to continue dishing out all that content. And I'll be back tomorrow. But as I said, happy Mother's Day. If I do not see you guys until, Sunday or Monday, whenever it is. But look, I really appreciate all of you. I'm sorry I'm a winded warrior here tonight, but I appreciate you. That's what Fan Friday is for you guys to come in, make this show. And look, I'm very excited about this team, man. I cannot stress that enough. I still think we're building a dynasty here. I will not stop saying that. And I guarantee the media will be repeating it Really want to crush the one. Oh, yeah. I cannot wait. They can have 17 quarterbacks. We should give them a few of our roster spots so they don't have any excuses. I can't wait to see it. We will destroy them. And look, I think we're going to have a top offense and defense again. Just like I said last year, I thought they'd both be top 5. They were. And I think again this year, top 3. I think that you're going to see dominant on both sides of the ball. We will be the team to beat in the NFL. And I'm looking forward to it. So let's effing go Birds. But you guys have anything final on your minds? Let me hear it. But if you're watching this later, you can always comment down below. You want to talk some birds. But yeah, if you guys got anything from this, do me a favor. Hit that like button. You can always subscribe down below. Join us live. And, bro, we're always talking birds. He is too good. Yo, I appreciate that, man. And look, I'm doing my best out here. You guys have been definitely spreading, sharing all the love, retweeting, doing all that stuff. And all the kind words as of late. I really can't thank you enough. I'm doing my best out here. So the more you guys are commenting and liking and sharing this stuff, the more people find it, the more we grow. And the sky's the limit, but I can't do it without you. So thank you so much. Really cannot. And dude, you've been commenting some really cool stuff lately. So as I always tell each and every one of you, if you guys ever have anything on your mind, you're just like, man, I want to talk about something. Just go to a video, comment on it. I will see it. And when I do, we'll be talking to birds. You need me. I'm on all these social media platforms. I'm always down to talk some birds. You ever need anybody, always here for you. Luffy, prayers are going out to your father, your family. I really hope everything is all right, man. But if you need anything, feel free to reach out. But thank you, Wheels. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. And again, happy Mother's Day if I do not catch you. But I've got a very busy weekend, but I'm going to try to do some stuff where we talk about the cap and some things, just keep you up to date with what's going on with the Eagles and show you we can still make some moves and do some things. So hope you all have a great weekend. It has been my pleasure. And look, seriously, if you guys need anything, reach out. But I'm going to get rolling out here. Until next time, I'm Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. You all stay safe out there. And as always, well, actually, love you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. I'm going to try to see you here, but just in case you're watching, I had to throw that out there. But as always, say it with me now, chat. Go Birds!